All right. Didn't take long at all, did it? Right? Didn't take long. We had January 20th. Then we said, okay, full speed ahead for Afghanistan. Full speed ahead looking into what's going on in Iran. Full speed ahead for all of these things, which the guy before the 20th, I won't even say his name, because he's being impeached for the 11th time. So it doesn't matter. He's going to be erased from history. For those of you who liked him, I understand. I feel for you. For people like me who are positive and negative and neutral and did vote for him because the alternative was, look, the libertarian candidate was not going to win the election. I wasn't going to build a movement with Joe Jorgensen. All right. I am willing to build a movement now. I am willing to wipe the slate clean. I think a lot of people are looking for alternatives to the two-party duopoly. The problem is the way the infrastructure, the voting infrastructure works, I don't see a third party succeeding. Let's be honest. But, you do things for principle. You do it out of principle. And I probably should have voted the same way, but I chose to vote pragmatically. Technically, my guy won in the state of Florida where I win. So, mission accomplished, kind of. But it's really interesting how we are now intervening in the country of Burma. Because the Burmese, I think, is it Burmese? I'm going to use that. If it's wrong, then sue me. I don't know. The Burmese military, and by the way, this goes to the point that Trump used to make about countries that people in America couldn't find on a map and really don't care about. Sorry. Look, every country should have the right to self-determination. Something goes wrong in a country, or we think something goes wrong in a country. And I'm not saying the stuff in Burma that's going on is good, but immediately we get to work. We're going to sanction. This is what happens when we sanction the officials in any country. It doesn't affect the officials. It affects the people down below, because the officials, military officials, political leaders, they then make life, they take it out on the citizenry. This does not help the citizens of Burma. It won't. It never. Every time the Americans do this, the Americans, us, we do this, okay? Whether it's Venezuela, whether it's Burma, there are ramifications. And people think, well, that's good. We should sanction those military people. Make sure they can't get to their bank accounts here in the United States. I think they've got enough funding. I don't think they're going to, that's going to be a drop in the bucket. It's not, maybe they do have a lot of money. Don't know. I don't think it's going to stop them. I think it's going to make them angrier, and they're going to take it out on their population. That's how this works. Look, since January 20th, it's, full speed ahead in Afghanistan, full speed ahead. None of this troop withdrawal was supposed to happen. Didn't happen. See, what Trump did was he, right before the end, he, made it like, hey, this is what we're going to do moving forward. And wishful thinking in his brain, maybe, again, he's just at that point starting to lose it. And then they just come in and they do a U-turn. They literally did a U-turn on everything. Pipeline? No, that's not environmentally friendly. Instead, let's put all the oil in diesel trucks and cart it down. Because the diesel trucks are going to be far more energy efficient than a pipeline. And they're going to pollute. No, that's not it. Well, anyway, diesel trucks. Pipeline bad, diesel trucks good. Diesel train engines great. This is what we're doing. Oh, and about those, 10,000 jobs or whatever, go make some solar panels. Pays about half as much. Wind turbine engineers, pays about half as much. Seriously. So you kill a bunch of high-paying jobs. Yeah, there are other jobs you can take, but your income just got, split in half. This is progress. This is progressivism. Nope. A lot of this stuff is symbolic nonsense, but the stuff that involves war is serious, okay? And look, Trump had stuff still going on. He was unable to penetrate uh, the shield of the military. He was not able to poke a hole in the military industrial complex. He tried, he failed. Let's be honest. He tried, he failed. Tulsi Gabbard likes to talk about, well, the will of the people, right? That we, the people can make the change. After Election Day, a lot of people are thinking that we, the people, can't make a change. I love Tulsi Gabbard. She's got to get on board with the infrastructure and how broken it is, because you can't vote until you feel as though your vote matters, right? Should be an Every Vote Matters t-shirt. That's what I would start selling. Every vote matters, okay? And until we get to the bottom of what happened, and again, some people think, okay, stuff happened, but it wasn't enough to flip it. Do you know what the margins were in some of these states? 10,000, 20,000. I mean, it wasn't, I think collectively, like if you swap out a few 100,000 votes here and there, and that's not a lot based on the kind of stuff that I've seen, the evidence I've seen. All right, it's an easy flip. This is an easy election to flip back. But we move on. We move on. We have our new president slurring words and telling us how, and it so reminded me of like George W. Bush talking about how Saddam Hussein, or no, actually George H.W. Bush talking about how we needed to free Kuwait. We needed to free Kuwait. We needed to send our troops. And again, what's over in Burma? Is there petroleum in Burma? Someone will have to verify that for me. It seems that, you know, again, you don't learn the lesson of history. The history just repeats itself. And people are so distracted in this country right now. They're so distracted by all of this nonsense. Let's impeach President Trump again. And after that, if we fail, maybe we can try it again. When are people from the middle and the left, the neoliberal left, when are they going to say, you know, this isn't really helping the country? It's stupid at this point. And you can hate Trump. It's fine. Hate him. He's gone. He's gone. You guys won. He's gone. So just, can we get over it? That's the thing. Most people who supported Trump are probably like, I just don't want to I can't turn on the news. All right. And that's the idea. Demoralize. And the people who want something completely new and different, like me, like libertarian me, like I am fully on board with the libertarian agenda, fully on board with it. The more I read, the more I go, yes, this is what we need to do. I mean, I don't think the country is anywhere near, except if we explain it, if we have a voice, if we're persistent, and we run candidates at the local, the state, the national level, people are going to go, okay, this is way better than the two parties. Are there flaws? Yeah, there are flaws in any platform. People are going to find flaws. And unless you just really explain it and make people understand that the duopoly is destroying the country and it's a uniparty. It's a uniparty. Why do you think McConnell and Schumer can hang out and agree? Why do you think the establishment media these days loves to quote people like McConnell and Crenshaw and whoever else, and, you know, Rhino, like Romneys and stuff? I mean, when I say Rhino, they're really useless. I mean, it has nothing to do with being how conservative or Republican you are. It's just a useless establishment tool between the Democrat, and we know 98% of the Democrats fall into that. And I would say about 60 to 70% of the Republicans fall into that. You got a few outliers, independent types who are willing to kind of go to bat, the Thomas Masseys of the world. Before Tulsi Gabbard left, obviously she was at the top of my list as somebody who could bring the country together and formulate policy that would help the working class and to ramp down these foreign entanglements, which we continue to get into. I mean, the founders were clearly against foreign entanglements, and we look for them. Okay, there's a military coup. Guess what? It's their country. It's their country. Um, Supporting the people of that country um, won't work if you're just going to put sanctions on the people at the top, because they'll go and take it out on their citizens. Happens every single time. Venezuela, countries, lots of countries in South America where we've done this and it doesn't do any good. The people at the top get more angry. They hoard more of this stuff in their own country, never mind stuff that we have. Oh, gee, you can't trade with the United States anymore. Can't do this, can't do that. It doesn't work. Sanctions rarely work. Diplomacy works. Diplomacy works, but nobody tries diplomacy. It's all strong-armed BS. And we've gone full back to neoliberal, neoconservative. Let's get involved. And by the way, this also makes Biden look, hey, look, Biden's a tough guy. He's giving a speech. He's slurring his words. He's coughing a lot. He's telling us that sanctions need to happen because he's been so concerned about Burma. I think he's, you know what Biden's probably consumed with? Like the oatmeal in the morning. Will he be able to eat the oatmeal without spilling it down the front of his shirt? Seriously. Just, I mean, look at him. Look at, and it just, this does not convey strength. All right. And you do need a commander-in-chief that looks like they're capable. This guy looks handy capable. Okay. He does not look capable. So anyway, I wanted to put this video out to talk about how the war machine they turned it to 11. The old war machine just went to 10, but with Joe Biden, it goes to 11. It's going to be great. More great contracts for Northrop Grumman and for Raytheon and all of those great military contractors that keep our economy going. Sorry, got a little bit tripped up there. Feel like Joe Biden.